Victor resumed office. The next board meeting felt different. Victor sat at the head of the long glass table. Executives waited for the usual sharp directives, the usual aggressive projections. He folded his hands calmly. "Before we begin," he said, "we're reinstating the factory workforce." The room went still. One executive cleared his throat. "Sir, that division was underperforming." "I'm aware. We already issued termination notices." "Reverse them." Murmurs spread across the table. With respect, another board member said carefully, "That decision saved us millions." Victor's eyes hardened, not with anger, but certainty. "And what did it cost us?" No one answered. "We will absorb the loss," Victor continued. "And we will upgrade the facility instead of outsourcing it." Silence. Martin watched quietly. This was not the Victor he'd worked for 20 years. If you've ever seen someone choose people over profit, hit like right now. It tells the algorithm this kind of story still matters. After the meeting, Martin approached him. "Sir, may I speak freely?" Victor nodded. "This change, is it because of the boy?" Victor didn't hesitate. "Yes." Martin exhaled slowly. "One child shifted your strategy?" Victor picked up the framed check from his desk. He had placed it there that morning. $1. "One child," Victor said, "reminded me what value actually means." Weeks passed. Construction began in Daniel's neighborhood, but without Victor's name on anything. A small clinic replaced an abandoned warehouse. A proper roof replaced Daniel's leaking one. A scholarship program quietly funded education for dozens of children. Reporters tried to trace the money. Victor denied involvement. Meanwhile, Daniel continued living his life almost unchanged. He walked to school. He studied hard. He helped his mother. One evening, while doing homework under a now functioning streetlight, Daniel noticed a familiar black car parked across the road. Victor stepped out casually. "You're checking on things again?" Daniel asked. "Just observing. People say an angel investor showed up." Victor raised an eyebrow. "Do they?" Daniel studied him. "Was it you?" Victor paused. "Does it matter?" Daniel thought for a second. Then he shook his head. "No." Victor smiled slightly. "You're different," Daniel said suddenly. "Different how?" "You listen more." Victor laughed softly. "That might be the first time anyone has said that about me." Daniel grew serious. "Are you happier?" The question caught Victor off guard. He looked around, children laughing near the clinic, Daniel's mother chatting with neighbors, lights glowing in homes that used to sit in darkness. "Yes," Victor said quietly. "I think I am." Pause here for a second. In the comments, tell me, do you think money can truly make someone happy? Years passed. The story of the $1 boy slowly faded from headlines. But inside Victor's office, framed in simple black wood, hung the check. Whenever profit tempted him at the cost of people, he remembered the rain, the glass, the explosion, and the child who expected nothing. 6 years later, a graduation hall buzzed with applause. Daniel, now 25, walked confidently across the stage. Top of his class. Full scholarship to a prestigious university. He adjusted the microphone. "I want to thank my mom," he began. "She taught me something when I was very young." He paused. "She said we might not have money, but we must never be poor in heart." Soft murmurs filled the hall. 8 years ago, I pulled a man from a car accident. He offered me a blank check. Victor's breath caught. I wrote $1. A ripple of quiet laughter. People thought I was foolish. But I wasn't rejecting money. I was protecting something more important. Silence fell. Because if kindness becomes a transaction, it stops being kindness. The hall was completely still. Daniel's eyes drifted toward the back. What I didn't know, he continued, is that the man I saved would teach me something too. Victor blinked. That people can change. The applause rose slowly, then thundered. After the ceremony, Daniel stepped outside into the warm evening air. Victor approached him. You speak well, Victor said. I learned from watching someone. No, Victor shook his head lightly. You taught me. You never asked for anything, Victor added. I didn't need to. Do you regret it? Writing $1? No. Victor nodded. I don't regret it either. They stood in comfortable silence. I used to believe everything had a price, Victor admitted. And now? Daniel asked. Victor glanced back toward the hall filled with families and celebration. Now I know some things create value instead. Daniel extended his hand. Victor looked at it, the same hands that once bled pulling him from a wreck. He shook it firmly. That night, back in his office, Victor adjusted the frame slightly. Under the check, he had engraved. True wealth is measured by what cannot be bought. He turned off the lights and walked out. And somewhere in the city, two lives, once separated by wealth and circumstance, continued forward, changed forever by a single decision written in careful ink. $1. If this story meant something to you, don't just scroll away. Like the video so more people can hear it. Comment below what you would have written on that blank check. And subscribe to the channel for more stories that remind us what truly makes us rich. Because sometimes, the smallest number carries the greatest value. And sometimes, the poorest boy is the richest soul in the room.